To me, real estate's freaking easy because I look at this stuff and I go, I know what to do. Stocks, I don't know. So don't ever expect me, Kevin, to sell you a stock investing course. Thank you so much for considering this course.
You are fake news.
And I'll explain in this video exactly why I'm a flip-flopping, paper-handed, weenie baby bear clown. Yes.
You know, since I started uploading videos to YouTube, there have been many nights where I've sat here and debated with myself on whether or not to upload content just because of the controversy of it, or how other people may react, or is this going to be divisive? But I think tonight I do want to touch on something that I think is important and we just keep in the back of our minds. Now, in the thumbnail tonight, I used the title Not Financial Advice, and obviously, as you saw, I put Meet Kevin in the introduction. But this isn't going to be to point out anyone in particular. I'm not going after anyone specifically, your favorite YouTuber or financial guru out there. I just kind of want to talk about that phrasing and the words there and what they actually mean, and how this is just a little different with AMC, at least in my opinion. Also, something that I saw this week that made me a little crazy: Chanos is back in the news, shorting AMC and Tesla. And real quick, I want to take a look at the box office over the weekend for Quantumania, the beginning to phase 5 for Marvel, how those numbers are looking coming back right now. But before we do any of that and get way too far ahead of ourselves,
cue the speeder.
This is the way.
thank you for all the Cash App and Venmo donators from last month. I appreciate you guys keeping me independent.
Numbers came out today that show a monthly decline in real wages as well as an annual decline in real wages. Administration officials have said growing real wages is an important marker for the economy. How do you view the setback in today's numbers?
So a couple of things. I do want to say that what we have said many times is that we believe that the president's economic plan is indeed working, and it's giving people a little breathing room. You heard me say this at the top, how we have seen the plan actually working. We're seeing inflation moderate.
You know, I gotta say, maybe it's just me, but so far, I think the economic plan laid out by the administration, President Biden's administration, sucks. Good evening, beautiful people. Guys, what's going on? It is February 19th, 2023, Sunday night, and we're going to talk about the not financial advice tagline in everyone's videos in just a minute. But real quick, I just want to touch on a couple things related to our play, AMC. This article from the 15th from Markets Insider. Short seller Jim Chanos ramped up his bet against Tesla last quarter and placed new wagers against AMC and Trump-linked DWAC. Now, if you guys don't know, Jim Chanos is a big fund, and he is a notorious short seller. He has been around last couple of years attacking AMC whenever it seems to be looking towards maybe a little bit of a pullback. Now, in the article here, it says that Chanos has upped and boosted his 5,900 bearish positions on Tesla up to 131,000, according to an SEC filing from Tuesday. It also mentions in the article that his new targets, which I wouldn't even say that, this is old hat for him. He's always going after these companies. Include AMC Entertainment, a favorite among meme stock fans, and DWAC, the SPAC tied to former U.S. President Donald Trump. It goes on to mention Block, Coinbase, DoorDash, Zoom, a couple others. This not financial advice, I think we can pretty much all agree as retail investors now at this point that this goes across the board, whether it's a YouTuber, a financial guru out there, a CPA, or one of these fund managers. Everyone needs to take individual accountability for who you're listening to, about what, and what you're doing with your money. And I'm going to elaborate on this a little more when we get towards the end of the video. But as Jim Chanos is taking out these major short positions, meanwhile, the movies are actually doing okay. I saw a lot of bad reviews coming back for Ant-Man Quantumania. This is the start now to Phase 5 of the Marvel Universe. Phase 4 was pretty abysmal. So I think we can only go up from here, which is good news for the movie theaters and the box office and AMC. According to Deadline, 225.3 million global opening through Sunday. So far for Quantumania, the 4-day domestic start of 118 million is the third best President's Day opening weekend ever. Now, we've kind of seen a trend develop in the last couple of years that these Marvel movies, some of these DC movies have really big opening weekends. A lot of people don't want to have the movie spoiled for them. They don't want to know what cameos that they're missing out on. They don't want to get the information ahead of time. So we sometimes see a big drop-off in week 2. I don't know if Ant-Man will continue with that trajectory. But I wouldn't expect Avatar 2 numbers. And again, this is kind of why I am looking forward to seeing what's going to happen with this vote in AMC. Because it may be one of the last catalysts that we actually have to use to our advantage. So I put in tonight's thumbnail, not financial advice and for entertainment purposes only. Up on the screen right now, I'm going to put the link in the description, is a First Amendment Encyclopedia article about the LOWE versus the SEC freedom of press case from 1985. If you guys want to look and research it a little more. I'm just going to paint this subject with a real broad brush right now and say that no matter who it is that you're watching, I think it's important that personal responsibility be taken for any time you buy or sell a commodity or a stock, or you listen to someone's advice about anything, whether they're telling you it's not financial advice when it clearly is. It's important you can differentiate and understand that you are going to be responsible at the end of the day for those decisions that you make. And I see a lot of finger pointing sometimes and name calling and blaming going on, but really, you as the consumer, as the retail investor, have the ultimate decision on what you do. Now, this platform so far has been great, I think, for retail, getting all these different viewpoints and getting different perspectives from people, whether they be entrepreneurs or business execs or lawyers or CPAs or investigative journalists or TA guys. Everyone's kind of pitched into the ultimate goal. And I think it's been a great asset for retail to have. But I've also seen a lot of people seem to have their dreams crushed based off certain speculation. And, you know, I just think it's important that you remember that everyone out here is doing their best. At least most of us are and have good intentions, but it's all based on speculation. We can't guarantee anything. We're doing the best we can with the information we have, which we're shortchanged on a daily basis. The hedge funds have a major advantage over us with all the information and all the capital they have available to them. Don't think for 1 second that they don't have that and hold that major advantage against retail, because we are the true underdogs when it comes to especially this play. All right, and before I let you go, something I saw over this past week that seriously alarmed me being a journalist. There was a reporter who was arrested for apparently live streaming the governor's press conference after the Ohio Railroad spill that took place. And shout out to any of you guys living out in Western Pennsylvania, Eastern Ohio, that's being affected by these goddamn chemicals that they seem to have wanted to kind of just sweep under the rug and not clean up properly. And it looks like it's having a bad effect on the wildlife and the people in that area. So you are in our thoughts. But I think it's quite alarming, guys, that we are having journalists who are trying to live stream and cover a press conference given by a governor of a major state like Ohio. The fact that their police are allowed to arrest people for that should be very concerning to any freedom-loving Americans out there who believe in these documents behind me. So just something I want to bring to your attention, guys. Keep it in mind. We are slowly but surely getting a lot of our rights trampled on. And this is just one more example of that. I don't know what they're trying to pull over the eyes of the American people here with what happened in Ohio, but I'm sure the truth will come to light eventually. And this arrest looks really bad, especially in this country. Hashtag free Julian Assange. All right, guys, I'm going to let you go. As always, thank you for all the likes, the views, the comments, my new subscribers, my OGs. I appreciate each and every one of you. We are here to break the wheel. This is Ape Nation. I'm the Massalorian, and I'm out.